카먼티비. Hi everybody, it's Kamen. Today I'm gonna read chapter 5 and 6, The Cookup. In the kitchen, Georgie put the saucepan on the stove and turned up the gas flame underneath it as high as it would go. "George!" came the awful voice from the next room. "It's time for my medicine." "Not yet, Grandma," Georgie called back. "There's still 20 minutes before 11 o'clock. What mischief are you up to in there now?" Granny screeched. "I hear noises." Georgie thought it best not to answer this one. He found a long wooden spoon in a kitchen drawer and began stirring hard. The stuff in the pot got hotter and hotter. Soon the marvelous mixture began to froth and foam. A rich blue smoke, the color of peacocks, rose from the surface of the liquid, and a fearsome smell filled the kitchen. It made Georgie choke and splutter. It was a smell unlike any he had smelled before. It was brutal and bewitching smell, spicy and staggering, fierce and frenzied, full of wizardry and magic. Whenever he got a whiff of it up his nose, firecrackers went off his skirt and electric prickles ran along the backs of his legs. It was wonderful to stand there stirring this amazing mixture and to watch it smoking blue and bubbling and frothing and foaming. I thought it were alive. At one point he could have sworn he saw bright sparkles flashing in the swirling foam. And suddenly Georgie found himself dancing around the steaming pot, chanting strange words that came into his head out of nowhere. "Fury broth and witch's brew, foamy froth and witch's blue, fume and spume and spoondrift spray, fizzle, swizzle, shout hooray, watch it sloshing, swashing, splashing, fury hissing, squishing, speeching, Grandma better start to pray." Brown paint. Georgie turned off the heat under the saucepan. He must leave plenty of time for it to cool down. When all the steam and froth had gone away, he peered into the giant pan to see what color the great medicine now was. It was a deep and brilliant blue. "It needs more brown in it," Georgie said. "It simply must be brown or she will get suspicious." Georgie ran outside and dashed into his father's tool shed, where all the paints were kept. There was a row of cans on the shelf, all colors, black, green, red, pink, white, and brown. He reached for the can of brown. The label said, "Simply dark brown gloss paint 1 quart." He took a screwdriver and prized off the lid. The can was 3/4 full. He rushed it back to the kitchen. He poured the whole lot into the saucepan. The saucepan was now full to the brim. Very urgently, Georgie stirred the paint into the mixture with a long wooden spoon. Aha! It was all turning brown. A lovely, rich, creamy brown. "Where's that medicine of mine, boy?" came the voice from the living room. "You are forgetting me. You are doing it on purpose. I shall tell your mother." "I'm not forgetting you, Grandma," Georgie called back. "I'm thinking of you all the time, but there are still 10 minutes to go." "You are a nasty little maggot," the voice screeched back. "You are a lazy and disobedient little worm, and you are growing too fast." Georgie fetched the bottle of Grandma's real medicine from the sideboard. He took out the cork and tipped it all down the sink. He then filled the bottle with his own magic mixture by dipping a small jug into the saucepan and using it as a pourer. He replaced the cork. Had it cooled down enough yet? Not quite. He held the bottle under the cold tap for a couple of minutes. The label came off in the wet, but that didn't matter. He dried the bottle with a dishcloth. All was now ready. This was it. The great moment had arrived. "Medicine time, Grandma," he called out. "I should hope so too," came the grumpy reply. The silver tablespoon in which the medicine was always given lay ready on the kitchen sideboard. Georgie picked it up, holding the spoon in one hand and the bottle in the other. He advanced into the living room.